So Ansel, tell me a little bit about what Divergent is about.
Well, Divergent takes place in the future, maybe about 160 years. It's not quite clear. It's the world is divided into 5 different factions. One based on bravery, one based on honesty, one based on intelligence, one based on kindness, and one based on selflessness. Beatrice Pryor is our main protagonist, and her brother Caleb Pryor, who I play, are both born into the selfless faction. At age 16 in this world, you can choose whether or not you want to stay in your faction you're born into or join one of the different factions. Both Caleb and Beatrice join different factions. Beatrice goes to Dauntless, and Caleb goes to Erudite. And that's sort of where the conflict begins.
I think obviously, the movie is something that is, just an epic action adventure, fun movie to go see and be entertained by. But people seem to be finding these sort of current relevant themes and relating to today or, things that are going on. Did you see that when you read the book and when you read the screenplay, or did you even see that when you saw the movie? Anything that...
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think any good movie will make you think, no matter, what kind of movie it is. But especially it's nice when a movie that has a lot about spectacle, a lot about a world that is different and a world-building experience that makes you think as well. Because, a lot of action movies don't really make you think. They just entertain you. But I think this does a great job of entertaining, making you think, telling a great story. So you have the best of a lot of worlds here.
Is it anything, were you familiar with the book from peers or anything before you heard about the movie, or?
No, I got the script first, and I read the script, and I thought, oh, this is really cool. This is one of these world-building movies, which I'd always want to be a part of. And then once I realized that there was 1 and 2 books out at the time, and they were working on a 3rd, that's really cool, too. It's always fun to be part of something where, your character has an arc and goes places. So with Caleb Pryor, he goes a long way throughout the whole series, and that's exciting to play as an actor.
Speaking of which, obviously the movie was written by a young person who, was there in her hometown and on the set. Did you find it intimidating or a resource? How did you work with Veronica?
It was very, it was nice to have her around. It's comforting. It's nice to have her support. But Veronica was, I wouldn't say standoffish, but she didn't want to, step on anyone's toes, especially for the first movie. I think she was just so excited to be there. But we just went on a press tour together. We went around to a few different cities in America together, and we talked a bit about Caleb and where he goes in the 2nd and 3rd story, and what she thought about it, what I thought about it, and we had some good conversations that were very helpful.
Does that make you more excited now for Insurgent?
Totally, yeah, very excited. Especially, and also what made me so excited about Insurgent as well is seeing Divergent, this first one, and the fact that it's good. Because you never know what you're getting yourself into. A bunch of people come together. Movies are a weird thing. A bunch of people come together for months of their lives, put a lot of work in, design this whole world. There's a lot of stuff that goes into this. And then, at the end of the day, the movie could still suck. You never know. It's a movie. That's how movies are. So we all sat in the screening room a couple of weeks ago and watched it, and we're so excited, relieved, happy to see this movie be a really great movie and better than I could have expected it to be. Because, you can't set your expectations too high, and they were blown out of the water. So now that being said, I'm just now excited for Insurgent because I think that story's even more fun. And now that the world's introduced, they can only worry about the storytelling, and that's going to be spectacular.
Also, the movie shot in Chicago. It was a fairly young group of people in the cast. What was that sort of experience like, sort of being away and having both the time on and off the set as this sort of group of, young actors?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of fun. It's like being at summer camp. You have a lot of great young actors around. Just have some fun. We played basketball down in the gym. We, went out and had great things to eat in Chicago, walked around, whatever. And then at the same time, then you have veterans on set like Kate Winslet and Tony Goldwyn and Ashley Judd and everyone. And you're just like, whoa, these people are around too. And it's the best of both worlds.
Is there anything you learned or took away from any of the Tonys and Ashleys and Kates and sort of their experiences?
Yeah, Kate gave me some really good advice. I was only on set with her a few days, but she was so warm and welcoming and kind to me. Just that in itself was setting by example, how to treat a young, new actor in this industry. just so encouraging and nice. That was great. But also, she gave me advice and said that, your life is your life, and you signed up to do something that does make your life very public and makes everyone think that they deserve to know everything about you. But there is a part of you, and especially when you're an actor, you have to be careful to not give all of yourself away, because it's yourself that you put into these characters, and you can't lose yourself. You can't give yourself away. You have to keep yourself safe, and you have to keep yourself a normal person. And that's something that, coming from Kate Winslet, who's been around for a while and has only had success, any advice she has to give to me, I'll take.
And what about Tony and Ashley? Because obviously you got to play your parents, and you had more scenes with them.
I spent a lot of time with Tony. I think the last 3 days before he wrapped, we went to dinner together, all 3 nights. It was like father-son kind of relationship. And the same kind of thing with him, well, first of all, he's directed films too, so that's awesome. It's just good seeing how someone can, you can be in this industry and you can do more than one thing. You can be divergent in this career, because you don't have to just be, I'm an actor, that's it. Tony has been someone who's been very good about also, he hasn't been the character he's been in Scandal in every movie he's ever done. In fact, it's sort of a different character for him, which is nice. And so there's that. But also, Tony, just like Kate sort of set by example or told me, Tony has a wife and 2 kids that he's had for a long time. He lives a very normal life outside of his acting life, and I think that's really important, keeping a hold of your true self.
All right, I'm out of time.
All right.
Thank you. You're almost done, buddy.
One more.